This is another Tone Fingers production.
It's Rickk Ryder, nigga. If you ever have a problem with any bitch ass nigga that walked up in front of you, man, you leave him breathless. I ain't playing with y'all, man. Y'all take my word of advice and leave a nigga breathless. When I mean leave a nigga breathless, you put him 6 feet under, man. Attention.
That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless.
I'm a shit on this beat without a laxative. I'm an expert in this shit, y'all go to practices. I'm a soldier like the gladiator Maximus. The eagle pick you up and drop you where the devil is. Niggas stop trying to judge my intelligence until I showed up strapped waiting at their residence. And yet they still try to test me, they ignorant. That's when I show these niggas how my aim is too legit. My gun is quick to spit, empty out banana clips. Back leather gloves mix contact with the rubber grip. Now he's a hollow man filled with my hollow tips. Tie him up, put him in the trunk of the whip. Now that's Italian shit, don't ask who I be with or how much money that I get, that's confidential shit. I'm the master of disaster. Fuck with me, I'll have your body pale like that nigga Casper.
That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless.
Nigga tryna get like me, he needs to stop it. I take a small amount, flip it, and get big profit. Now I'm getting more cake than Betty Crockett. Try to lick me, that's another body dropping. Got a price on your head with no receipt, son. My gun will clap cause I ain't looking for a refund. I got a bulky clip that's round like a Tommy gun, so best believe I'm bringing heat like the summer sun. I pump bass like percussion in the orchestra. I spit flames that will burn and straight torture ya. Now he's from Harlem, saying he got problems, but pimp rate niggas are problem solvers with revolvers. Put a mark on your forehead like Harry Potter. Make your blood puddle up like water. Now who's harder? Me, that's word to your daughter. I make it rain on your bitch like I just bought her.
That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless.
Cops running to my crib, you're arrested. I said why, cause I left that nigga breathless. It ain't my fault he smoked my weed for his breakfast. Then I stole and ran that nigga for his necklace. Left hook, uppercut like Tyson. He's off his toes, he's floating like Bison. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, finish him. 9 in my hand will straight up diminish him. There be people looking out their window. I knocked that bitch nigga out like Kimbo. I'm grabbing at my waist right where my tech is. Put that red dot on his chest where his heart is. His mom's at his funeral getting real sad. She's going off of what the fucking news said. Young man died of a homicide, but he chose to fuck with me, that's a suicide.
That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. That nigga's lost, he wonders where his breath went. He wants a deathless, so I left him breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless. I left him breathless, I left that nigga breathless.
I told y'all not to fuck with me, so I left all y'all niggas breathless.
see y'all in the afterlife, but I'm still here.